Take your fancy glasses, put Google in your dock, and just type.
Hey, young Jason. Oh, yeah. Say something to her. Holla at her. I got one question. How'd you fit all that in them jeans? You know what to do with that big fat butt. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Just a little bit. Patty cake with no hands. Got me in this club making plans. If I take pictures while you do your dance, I can make you famous on Instagram. I damn it, woo. Your booty like two planets. Woo. Go ahead and go ham sandwich. Woo. Boy, I can't stand it. 'Cause you know what to do with that big fat butt. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Just a little bit. Cadillac, pop that trunk. Let's take a shot, alley-oop that dunk. Right high, working at 9 to 5. Well, baby, let me club and change your life. I damn it, woo. Your booty like two planets. Woo. Go ahead and go ham sandwich. Woo. Boy, I can't stand it. 'Cause you know what to do with that big fat butt. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Shake, shake, girl. Just a little bit. Okay, guys, welcome to the webinar tonight. Biodun Ogunyemi here. Got some music in the background there, just because tonight's really going to be all about having fun, but at the same time learning and learning quite a lot. So if you can hear me, just type in the chat box. Just let me know that you can hear me loud and clear. And we'll just get started in a few minutes. Some people are coming on at the moment, so just in a few minutes and we'll get started. Just let me know if you can hear me just by typing in the box. Okay, so a few people said they could hear me. Okay, so we'll just get started tonight. So thanks for coming on the webinar. And this webinar is all about how you can really build an audience, how you can get so many leads that you'll have leads really coming out your ears. And this is going to teach you exactly how to do that. So I'll just get started straight away. And if anybody's got any questions, you'll see a box on the right hand side. Just type your questions into the box and I'll come back to the questions. So let me just share my screen. Okay. Okay, guys, so this webinar today is all about how you can really begin to build an audience online. And I'm going to debunk a lot of the myths online. I'm also going to tell you exactly how you can get to the right people. You can be able to show your opportunity to the right people and how you can really begin to build a business online. So, now, first thing is that when you're trying to build a business online, just like being in an offline business, the first thing you need to do is you need to get customers. That's the very first thing. So I want you to really begin to consider that. How do you find the right customers to see the opportunity that you're showing? It's really important that you begin to think about this in a logical process. Okay, so you should be seeing my screen now. And welcome to the Aspire team. And I really want you to think the Aspire team is all about unlocking your potential. So first and foremost, as I say, this webinar is all about building an audience, not just building leads, but building an actual audience, an audience that will begin to follow you if they're able to build a successful business. So first and foremost, how do you build a successful business? What does it take to be able to build a successful business? And there's a number of things that you need to do to build a successful business. Well, the first thing is that you need to be able to attract the right kind of people. So how do you attract the right kind of people? And you might have heard this over and over and over again, so many times that the gurus and people will tell you exactly what you need to do. And there's usually always something missing. There's always something missing. You know, Richard Branson says, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure, you do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. And the first question you've got to ask yourself tonight is what's in it? What's in it for me? How can this opportunity help to improve my life in some way, depending on what you want? Also, the other question you should be asking yourself is, you know, why would you be giving up your time to really listen to me tonight? So let me just give you a little bit of background about myself. For years, probably, you know, around about 18 years, I was in the corporate world in financial services, and I was in sales. And I was really lucky because one of the things that's missing is if you're going to be successful in any kind of opportunity, whether it's online or whether it's offline, the very first thing that you want is a mentor of some description. You want somebody that has already done it or is already doing it so that you can copy that person and you can get very, very similar results. I was really lucky in that when I joined one of the companies that I joined, which was a financial services company way back, and I was lucky because one of the managers there took me under his wing, and he told me, I was pretty young at the time, and he told me, you know, this is exactly what you need to do in order to get results. And at the time I was quite naive, so I just followed instructions, and I was lucky that I did, because I didn't pay much attention to knowing everything about in terms of technical knowledge. I didn't pay much attention to knowing everything about the exact process you needed to follow. But one of the things that I did take on board was the fact that it's a numbers game. It's all about the numbers. And one of the things I want to tell you right now is that you know that the most successful opportunity online, the most successful sales letter online, the conversion rate for that particular product is about 0.8%. 0.8%. And in actual fact, recently it's been improved because the whole copywriting and the whole content of it changed, and it was improved. It was almost doubled to about 1.6%. 1.6%. So that means 1.6% of the people that are seeing that are converting, which is you know, sounds really, really low. So if you can imagine, if you've got an opportunity, first of all, you want to get that opportunity in front of as many people as possible, as long as it's a good opportunity, and eventually it will start to convert. So as I said, I followed this system that my mentor had shown me, and very quickly I started to get results. So I focused on the numbers. I focused in speaking to as many people as possible, because I knew if I spoke to 10 people, then I'd probably get 3 appointments. I'd get in front of 3 people, and I'd make at least 1 sale. And just by going on those numbers is how I went from nobody, from starting from scratch, right up to the top new consultant in the first 12 months. And then subsequently, I was in the top 1%. This was a company that had a sales force of over 2,000 people. UK wide. So, and I just continually did the same thing. Did I have the most technical knowledge? No, because I generally found that the people with the most technical knowledge weren't the most successful. The people that just went out and recruited as many people as possible, spoke to as many people as possible, got the best results. Now, here's one of the things you've got to consider. When you're trying to promote an opportunity online, there's so many opportunities out there, ranging from, I don't know, $50, $7, right through to $1,500, right through to $15,000. How many times have you heard that you need to be great at blogging? How many times have you heard that you need to be great at doing videos? How many times have you heard that you need to be a great speaker? How many times have you heard that you need to be great at so many different things? And when I initially started online, when I came offline and decided to start marketing products online, I thought it was all about content. So in my coaching business, I built numerous products, over 180 products, which are still online today. Built over 180 products, focused on the quality of the products, and put those products online. And guess what happened? You probably guessed. I got nobody buying them. Nobody at all, because nobody was seeing them. I wasn't showing the products to the right people. I didn't have enough people seeing those products. So you can have the best product, you can have the best opportunity online, you can be the best video guy online, you can be the best at blogging, you can be the best at article writing, and you can be the best at doing social media, and it doesn't really mean that you're actually going to get results. You see, because there's so much competition in the market. So the real question is, what do you need to be successful online? What do you need to be able to attract the right people? And if you're somebody that right now that's looking at this opportunity, perhaps you've been reading my emails, perhaps you've been following me online somewhat, perhaps you've been, you get regular contact from me. I want you to think about this. If that's the case, and even if you're watching this right now and you're on a fixed income, or perhaps you're broke, for example, 97% of people that are looking for a home-based business opportunity online are actually broke. So a lot of them don't have $1,500 to spend. A lot of them don't have $1,000 to spend. So if you're in that category whereby right now you're thinking, well, I don't even have any funds whatsoever, or if you're in the category whereby you're on a fixed income, then I'm going to be sharing with you in this webinar later on how you can really begin to get results even with very little capital. So the first thing is, when I started this particular opportunity, I started off with $250. And right now, total earnings within this opportunity in the last sort of 6 months or so is over $50,000. And it can really build really quickly. And we've also got team members that started with nothing and are earning over $100 a day. So it's not about where you are just now, it's about where you want to go and how you get there. And if you follow the steps, follow a system, then you'll begin to get the results that you need. So again, a little bit of energy in this. I hope you're enjoying some of this content that I'm giving you and what I'm about to reveal, because really I want you to learn some key stuff. I want you to listen to some myths, but at the same time, I want you to have a little bit of fun, relax, and just listen as we go along. So no doubt you've heard that there's so many different ways that you can get results online. Think about this. If you take action, then every bit of action you take, every step you take is going to take you closer to your goal. Because let's face it, most of you have an intention, most of you have a positive intention to improve your life in some way. But the key is not just holding that intention and thinking, well, one day I'll do this, one day I'll do that. It's all about how you can begin to take massive action, how you can just take the first step in the right direction. Because that first step, if you don't take the first step, you can't take the second, third, and fourth, and fifth. It's not going to happen. But what you will do is you'll continually think, well, if only I became lucky, if only I could do this. And I've studied so many different people online, I've listened to so many different ideas, and I'm talking about from guys that are really, really, really successful online, what you would call sort of guru status. And at one point, one guy I was listening to said, you really need to get out in front of people and share your message with the world and make some great videos. So you go out, so I went out, you buy the best of stuff, you set up all the lights, and you make all these videos, and nothing happens. Right. And then you've got the other guys out there that said, the way to do it is let's face it, it's about blogging. So the more you blog, now I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a blogger, or if you think you're going to make money blogging and you're going to compete with the best people out there that have been blogging for years, then that is a long journey. It's a long journey. It's going to take so much time to do, and I'll be surprised if you get results. Now, I'm not saying you can't get results, because you can. If you're somebody that wants to write thousands of articles and publish them out there to get results, if you're somebody that wants to troll Facebook and send messages to numerous different people, random people, how many times you've received a random message on Facebook saying, hi, I just thought I would hook up with you. Just wondered how you're getting on, how the family's getting on. Now, why would somebody that doesn't even know you ask you how you're getting on, how your family's getting on? Think about that. Think about that. Because what's the next question? Oh, just wondering, what do you do? You look like the kind of person I'd like to hook up with. What do you do for a living? What do you do? Oh, do you? So you market online? Oh, so do I. And you go into this random conversation. Ask yourself, how many of those opportunities have you taken up? Because Facebook's nothing but a social media site. If you're going to use Facebook advertising, you need to know exactly what you're doing. If you're going to use social media in groups, you need to know exactly what you're doing. In fact, most of the time, you'll probably get your account shut down if you do it too often, because it'll be flagged as spamming on Facebook. So think about the different steps you can take to begin to get results, because there's so many different methods. And I want to share with you one of the methods I'm using that you can duplicate and you will get results. There's no doubt about this. It's just based solely on the right numbers. So let's face it, if you're the best in terms of the best presenter in the world, if you're the best in terms of technical knowledge in the world, and we have people that are fantastic in terms of technical knowledge. We have people that lecture in business, people that have got PhDs in business studies that have never made any money in their life and are probably the least paid in terms of, compared to some people that have no technical knowledge yet they're making all this money online. So the first thing you've got to consider is, what do you need? You need traffic. Traffic is the first thing you need. If you have no traffic, you have no business. Now, if you're on this webinar, if you're watching this webinar, if you've came through this webinar through my emails, if you've came through this webinar through my YouTube videos, if you came through this webinar through the Facebook group or through the Aspire team, then you're considered to be traffic, and you have come through one of those sources, and you're on this webinar and you're watching. Now, this traffic is going to turn into a lead of some description, right? And I've had people on my list for 3 months that haven't taken any action because they're watching, they're looking at my progress, or looking at my results. And, every single time they get an email, they hear from me, then, it puts me in front of them. Every time they get a YouTube video or they hear of a webinar, it puts me in front of them. And you've really got to build, if somebody's a cold lead that's come from a traffic source, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or anywhere else, doesn't really matter. It's just a cold lead. That person is probably getting 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 emails dropping into their email box every single day about different opportunities online. So, why should they look at mine? The best marketers online have a conversion rate of, as I said, 0.8 earlier on. So, how's my opportunity going to make a difference? They've probably heard of so many different opportunities. So these people, that come through your funnel, and a funnel is just where they come to a lead capture page and then into a sales page. These people are really, really skeptical about any opportunity, most opportunities online, and they go through Google and they check, and on Google you have all sorts of information, good or bad, and they're going to be skeptical because either they've had their fingers burnt in the past, they've tried something in the past, and they've made a little bit of money, then they've lost money, or they've tried something in the past, they've spent money and they've been scammed. So think about that. So in order for them to trust anyone, it's going to take a lot. But unless you've got traffic and then leads, eventually those leads are going to convert into sales. And I want you to think about just solely based on the numbers. So let's look at where you can get different traffic. Well, the first place you can get different traffic is social media. So you can get traffic from social media. That's like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, places like that. First and foremost, what I would say, if you want to be successful with social media, then you need to become an expert in that field. That takes time, because most of the social media traffic is free traffic. So the first and foremost, you're probably going to have to build a reasonable brand. And that takes time to build a brand. Where else can you get traffic? Well, you can get traffic from writing articles. So like blogging. So if you want to become an expert blogger, now if you're somebody that doesn't write much, if you're somebody that doesn't like blogging every day, then it's probably not going to suit you. But if you're somebody that likes blogging every single day about what they're doing and likes putting that content out there in front of the right people, then that can work. But I'm going to tell you right now, you are competing. That market is so competitive. For you to expect to convert that traffic into sales is going to be really, really challenging. First of all, your blogging skills are going to have to be amazing. You're going to have to be putting out really, really good quality, content that people enjoy. Because if they don't enjoy your content and it's kind of boring, well, they're not really going to hang about. And then there's things like remarketing. Now, remarketing, if you advertise on Google or Facebook. First of all, if you advertise on Facebook, let me take Facebook first and foremost. If you're advertising on Facebook for a business opportunity, for an online opportunity, anything like that on Facebook, I'm going to tell you, your account is going to get shut down. Simple as that. Because Facebook do not like online marketing. Facebook do not like money-making opportunities online. They just do not like it. So you got to be really, really careful how you word your adverts. You've got to be really, really careful what you put into the adverts. You've got to be really careful what you put out there, because they will block your account. It's happened on numerous occasions to several people, and it's a real niche market, because it's quite expensive as well to advertise on Facebook. So it's not cheap. Now, remarketing is whereby you've targeted some people on Google, for example, and some of those people have clicked on your advert, but for whatever reason, maybe they haven't put their details into your lead capture page, maybe they haven't converted in any way, you can retarget those people. And that's why if you've ever been online before and maybe you've been Googling some sort of product, and that product, the next day you go back onto Google and that product comes up the right-hand side, the exact one that you've been looking at. You might have been on Amazon and all of a sudden it keeps on popping up all over the place. So guys, I hope this is good stuff. I hope you're really enjoying this. I'm just going to jump back into the room. Remember, if you've got any questions, just put the questions. Just put the questions on the right hand side. There should be a box there that will come up. Yeah, just put any questions. I hope you're really enjoying this content at the moment. And let me just check. Okay, guys, as I say, any questions, just feel free to put that in the box. So the next key thing is email marketing. So you might have opted into somebody's list in the past, and you find that you get an email every single day, or you might get an email 2 or 3 times a week. That person is basically building a relationship with you. So they're building a relationship by emailing you, by keeping you informed, by keeping in contact with you. And there's a specific way of doing that. There's some great people that you can check out online, that are really good email marketing. And email marketing really, really does work, because, if you keep hearing from an individual, then you know that individual is there to stay. You know that it's not just some fly-by-night. And eventually, you might get just that one email that just strikes that chord, and you think, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to come on board. I'm quite happy. It just feels right. You've got branding and positioning. You know, how do you brand yourself? How do you make yourself a brand, you know, a known brand? So like a celebrity in your field. Well, that takes, again, it takes effort. It takes putting your content, your message out there and really building your brand and sticking to that brand, being consistent. You've got video, for example, you can use video. So you can post your videos on things like Periscope or YouTube. YouTube advertising is a great resource. Again, it's paid advertising. But if you can get really good at video, that's another option. Now, I know a lot of people aren't comfortable with video because, again, it takes a skill set. It takes practice to really begin to get good. Then you've got pay-per-click, you know, which you can use, as I say, you can do that on Google and a lot of advertising sites, even traffic exchanges. You can buy advertising on numerous traffic exchanges. Then you've got things like SEO. SEO is your optimization of your website. And basically what that does is, if you're skilled at that, if you can get the right people to do your SEO for you, then when somebody searches certain keywords, like, you know, making money online, then your video will come, or your opportunity will come close to the top on Google or Facebook or somewhere else. That's a skill set in its own right. And to get a website to come up, you know, number one on Google or number two or number three, takes a reasonable skill set. If you've not got the skill to do that and the time to learn that process, then there's going to be a cost element to that. Then you've got online PR. So you can even use a PR company. A PR company will do it all for you. Now, a PR company is going to cost you quite a lot of money in terms of what you need to outlay. And as I say, most people that are probably on this call, not everyone, but a lot of people on this call are looking to make money online. You're not looking to spend money. You're not looking to go and spend thousands of dollars to get you, you know, to where you need to be. It's like, you know, a lot of the gurus will say, okay, get really good at doing videos. And in order to get really good at doing videos, you need to buy this fantastic product that takes you through all these steps, and it costs you $1,000. So you buy the $1,000 product, you go and buy all the equipment, costs you another $1,000. You start doing fantastic videos, you put all your videos on YouTube, and guess what? You get no views. So what does that tell you? It tells you that most of the time, most of the information you get, you're only getting some of the information, but you're not getting all the information. Now, tonight on this webinar is about building an audience, how you can build a following online, how you can get so many leads that you won't even have enough time to deal with them all. And if you can do that, if you can have so many people seeing your opportunity, just think about that. Some of them are actually going to convert eventually. They're going to buy the product because, you know, either it's going to be something they're interested in, and that's initially why they opted in the first place, even though they're really skeptical. But once you start providing results, once you start showing them proof, once you start showing them social proof that this actually works, then they're going to be more comfortable, and then they're going to come on board. But the number one thing that's missing with most of these opportunities is that you're not told is how do you do it? What's the step-by-step process? How do you duplicate? So, for example, I'm doing something right now that's obviously got you on this webinar. It's got some of you watching this webinar. How can you do the same thing? How can you use a system to begin to get the right people to look at your opportunity so that you can begin to build your business online at a reasonable cost, and knowing that eventually it's actually going to work because the system's proven to work? So first thing we're going to really think about is, okay, online success steps. What's the steps? So the steps is traffic. That's the first thing. And I want you to, you know, write that down and remember that the first thing you need is traffic. Above and beyond anything else, above and beyond knowing the technical knowledge about your business, above and beyond anything else, whatever anybody else tells you, the first thing you need is traffic. If you do not have any traffic, bear this in mind, you are not going to make any money. And if you're showing your opportunity to all the wrong traffic, well, guess what? You're just wasting money because, again, none of that traffic is going to convert. And you've probably seen this time and time again where you've got a fantastic opportunity, you think it's great. Why is nobody buying it? So, you know, bear that in mind. The other thing is you want to be showing people your progress. It doesn't really matter where you are today, whether you're making no money, because you can start off by saying, I'm just starting this journey today. I've not made any money online yet, but I know somebody that has. Have a look at, my buddy's performance. Have a look at this guy's performance who's in the same opportunity. But I want you to track my progress. I want you to see what I'm doing. And as you follow me, I want you to follow me. I want you to watch, and I want you to duplicate. So you're starting from nothing, and you're showing people how they can build up. Because let's face it, a lot of the people online that are trying to teach you to make money, they say, hey, I've been online for the last 10 years, and my last campaign that I did, I pulled in $4 million, or I pulled in $10 million. I launched the campaign last week, and I just pulled in $250,000 in one webinar online, which took me 45 minutes. Guys, there's no way that you're going to do that, because those people have been online. They know exactly what they're doing. They're following a process, a step-by-step process, and they've built their profile. But the key thing is they've got the right people. They have people on that particular opportunity watching that webinar that are willing to spend. And they're willing to spend because they've probably been following them for years, or they're willing to spend because they've seen something that they need. There's something that they want. So unless you've got the right traffic, you can forget that. So that's the very first thing. So let's just bear that in mind. It doesn't matter where you are on this journey. You can show people, you can document. The next thing you want to do is, if the opportunity you're in, if they have events like webinars, like they've got a Facebook presence, which we have both in this particular opportunity. We have live events as well. Live events, I recommend that you attend as many live events. You immerse yourself in the opportunity if you can, if you've got the time. You hang about with the people that are successful and find out what they're doing, because again, that's going to lift your results. That's going to give you ideas that you can move forward with. So again, going to live events, perhaps beginning to share your results via email. So keeping in touch with the people on your list. That could be a daily email. A lot of people don't like the idea of a daily email. Let me tell you about a daily email. If you're emailing your list daily and they don't like it, then the people that don't like it will just unsubscribe, because those people that will unsubscribe, they're probably not going to buy your product anyway in the first place. So they might as well come off your list. It doesn't make any difference. If you look at, the number one companies online in terms of that market online in the world, and a lot of you might be thinking of particular gurus. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about companies like Groupon, companies like Living Social. These companies that email you consistently. They send you 4 or 5 emails a day, and guess what? In every single email, they're asking you to buy something. And if you don't like it, just unsubscribe. That's what they say. They don't mind. They don't mind if you unsubscribe, because they know that you're probably not going to buy. So the same idea is, if you're emailing your list every single day, just checking in, saying, guys, here's my progress today. Here's my link if you've not joined. Here's a video to watch. And you put a call to action in every single email, then eventually the people that are watching that will actually see something that touches a nerve that they can tap into, and they'll probably come on board. And if not, they'll just leave your list. So there's nothing wrong with that. So again, keeping in touch with people every single day is a great thing. So now the question, one of the things I want you to think about as well is obviously you've got your goals, your aims, your objectives, what you want to achieve. And for a lot of you right now, it's like, I just want to show me how to make some money. How can I make some money? Well, you can't make any money unless you take the first step. But the first thing is, you want to be thinking. Now I'm thinking right now, as I'm speaking to you guys right now, what is the particular challenges that you're facing right now? And I've already mentioned that 97% of people that go into the home-based business opportunity are either on a fixed income or they're broke, so they can't afford to spend a lot of money, but they're taking the first step in the right direction. So what are the pain spots? Your customers and the people you're speaking to, the people that have subscribed to your list, what is it they want? What do they want to achieve? What issues do they face? What challenges do they face every single day, every single month? And it might be that every single month they find that they've not got enough income, so they want to increase their income in some way, and the way for them to do that is by being online. Or they might find that they want to spend more time with their family. So you want to be thinking, you want to step into your prospect, your leads that you've got, you want to step into their shoes to really consider what's missing, what do they need, how can I help them? And unless you do that, we see this all the time. Somebody signs up for a business opportunity and they think, I really like this. It's like I'm just mentioning this. It's maybe some sort of Bitcoin opportunity. Nothing wrong with Bitcoin, don't get me wrong. Some sort of Bitcoin opportunity or some sort of Forex opportunity they've signed up for, and they've signed up on the basis that somebody's shown them some video where they've made 400,000 in the last month. Now, if the opportunity is too good to be true, guys, there's no such thing as a get rich quick scheme. If you're looking for the magic bullet right now, if you're looking for a get rich quick scheme, then you're probably in the wrong place. But if you're looking for an opportunity that can actually take you on a step-by-step process to financial freedom, then you're in the right place. But that takes effort, and that takes the ability to take action. So think about this. If you see some Forex thing online, and nothing wrong with Forex again, and you jump in and you think this is fantastic, now you think it's great for whatever reason, and then you try and promote that opportunity on the basis of how good you think it is. But what about the people that you're speaking to? What are their reasons for coming on board? What are their goals? What are their aims? What are their objectives? So you want to be thinking from their perspective. And then secondly, the second thing you want to do, once you actually have that lead in your system, I'm going to share with you a system that you can use to do this. So the basics of the system is you've got a business, and that business could be a rev share company like Traffic Monsoon. That could be the business, and that also provides you an element of traffic. Then you've got how do you have a marketing system that can build the sales funnel for you? It can build the lead capture page to capture emails from people, and then it can take them to a sales page, and it can take them through the opportunity in a step-by-step process and offer them the same system that you've got that can duplicate everything and can send autoresponder emails. An autoresponder email is an email going out to them every couple of days, in addition to some of the contact in terms of the emails you'll send them manually. So if you could lock into a system that does that for you, that keeps in touch with your contacts, that offers them the same system so that they can really begin to get the same results or similar results that you've got as long as they take action, then that'd be fantastic. So regular contact is very, very important. A call to action in every single email. So every single email you send out to a prospect, to a lead, should have a call to action. Every single video you send out, whether it's on YouTube or whether you're sending a video out on Instagram or any of these platforms, it should end with a call to action. So the call to action should be something like, if you enjoyed this video, guys, fantastic. If you want to come and join me, just click on the link below, sign up, join, it's free, whatever the message is, there should always be a call to action. You need to take people by the hand, and you need to tell them what to do. If you don't do that online, people will just not take action. It's as simple as that. It's proven time and time again. You want to be targeting the right groups. So if I was going to sell cars, for example, then, if I'm going to sell cars offline, as an example, well, where's my target market? Well, my target market is an individual, somebody that's looking for a car. So that might be somebody that, for example, they're looking at replacing their car. Am I going to try and sell cars to people that don't have a driving license? You could, but is that the kind of market I'll be looking for? Well, not really. I'm looking for a hungry market. I'm looking for people that have just passed their test that are looking to buy a car. So just as an example, find the right market. Entertain, bit of entertainment, just high energy when you send out your emails. When you do your YouTube videos, smile, but a bit of entertainment always goes well. If for whatever reason, if your emails are just plain boring, or if you're doing a webinar, for example, and nobody's really interested, it's plain boring, then nobody will really Nobody's really going to take any action. Now, one of the key things, and I want you to write this down, guys, very, very important. One of the key things about being online and people that are, the difference between people that are successful and people that aren't successful is this consistency. How many times have you heard somebody tell you a story or tell you something, and for whatever reason, the next day they're trying to pitch you on a different opportunity, or the next day they're telling you a different story? You see, people that are successful are consistent. They're consistent in their message, of how you generate business. They're consistent in the opportunity that they're trying to promote. So they don't jump from one to another, and every second day they're pitching you some other opportunity. So consistency is very, very important. It's one of the key things, actually, when it was measured of people that have success online, is that consistency of hearing the same message time and time again. So it's very, very important. Why do people take action? Well, people take action for just 3 reasons. One is because they want to move towards pleasure, because they want to improve their life, because they want to spend more time with their family. Perhaps they're dreaming of that dream and that goal of being financially independent. It's a great motivator for some people. The other one is because they want to avoid pain. They're fed up being broke. They're fed up working for the same company. They're fed up. They hate their boss. They want change in some way. They hate working long hours. They hate being told what to do. And they decide, they get to that point in their life, they've had enough pain. They hate being broke and unable to even afford just the basics in life. And they get to that stage and they think enough's enough. And that drives them forward, motivates them to change their habits, change their behaviors, take action, take responsibility for what's going on. There's another reason, curiosity. People take action because sometimes they're curious. Curious is to really, they become curious as to, well, can I really do this? And if they're shown that, if you take a step-by-step process and follow the simple steps I'm going to show you, then you'll get the exact same results. So people become curious. Sometimes people watch videos and they watch some of the gurus and they say, you know what, if this guy can do it, then I can do it. They become curious as to, let me take this on board. Let me take action. So being consistent in your message is a great thing, and it begins to instill curiosity in people, and people generally begin to take action in some way. So I want you to really consider that. So one of the things I've been saying is how do you get to the stage where you get so many leads that it's more leads than you can actually handle? And we've spoken about different ways of doing that. So you might want to go on Facebook. You might spend time there. You might want to do YouTube videos. You might want to do blogging. You might want to do article writing. You might want to send messages or on Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn, prospecting, all this kind of stuff. And all this stuff is great. And some of this stuff is what you call free advertising as well. So, spending time on social media, hours and hours and hours trying to get prospects, it's free. It takes time. It takes an expertise. I want to share with you a way that's going to accelerate your results. And it's simple. It's just paid traffic. You start to build your business. If you're on a fixed income, you decide, I can set aside $50 a week. I can set aside $20 a week, whatever it is. And what you do is you buy traffic. So you buy traffic, people that are interested in your particular business, a home-based business opportunity, an online opportunity. You buy traffic, you show your opportunity to people that are interested. Those people will see a lead capture page, and these lead capture pages are all built for you in a particular system, the Power Lead system, which is the marketing system behind this. So they get a lead capture page, and let me just show you an example of one of the lead capture pages. So it might be even one of some of you might have seen this lead capture page. So they'll see a lead capture page like this one. So, and they'll look at this lead capture page and they might put their email in. If they put their email in, it takes them to the next step in the process. And the whole funnel, the sales videos and everything's all built. So the only thing that you need to do is you need to show this lead capture page, and there's a series of maybe 9 or 10 different ones. You need to show this to the right traffic, to people that are interested. So where do you find those people? Well, all you do is you use a process which is called solo ads, and you buy these solo ads off solo ad providers. And one of the places you can go is a place called Traffic for Me, and there's another place called Udemy. So Udemy is here. That's Udemy. So here's a place called Udemy here, where you can just go in here and you can find sellers, and you just read some of the information they've got. The other place is a place called Traffic for Me. So Traffic and then the number 4 Me is another place you can buy solo ads. There's also Solo Checker. So there's so many different ones. You just got to be careful where you're going. And you go to these places and you decide, you say, I want to buy 100 clicks. 100 clicks is 100 clicks on your lead capture page, which is this. 100 clicks on your lead capture page. General conversions, if somebody clicks 100 times on your opportunity on your lead capture page, you're going to get between 25 to anywhere from 25 to 40% opt-in. So if you buy 100 clicks, for example, which might cost you, I don't know, 30, 40 cents, maybe 50 cents a click, you buy 100 clicks, you will get a minimum of around about 25% opt-in in. So 100 clicks gives you minimum 25 opt-ins into your list. That's you got 25 leads. 25 leads. Now these leads aren't as cold as Facebook leads. These leads are people that have put their email address in because in some way they're curious, in some way they're interested, but you know what? They are skeptical. Of course they're skeptical because they don't know you. So they want information. So by you keeping in touch with them, eventually out of those 25 people, you might convert 1%. You might convert none. Usually the conversion rate might be round about 1%. So what does that say? Well, that says eventually if you're building your business on a fixed income, or if you've not got much to put towards solo ads, then what does it mean? Well, it means that eventually if you're building to say you're getting 1,000 clicks a week or 500 clicks a week, then eventually you're getting more and more people opting into your opportunity. You're showing your opportunity to people that are interested, more and more people that are interested. So it's qualified traffic that are interested in some way. And eventually, as you keep in touch with them, via email, regular contacts, you put a call to action in each email, you target the right groups, you provide them with entertainment, and you're consistent. Eventually, some of these people are going to convert because they keep hearing your name, they keep seeing your videos, they keep getting an email from you. 95% of the other people that are sending them emails have stopped. 95% of the other people have gone on to something else and they're promoting a different opportunity. 95% of the other people are probably broke. So that's why when you go online and you look at all the gurus online, it's the same gurus. They're all the same. They're the same. They're consistently the same people over and over again that have been online for years and years and years. And they just continue to do the same thing over and over and over again. They're using a system, they're duplicating that system, and they're getting the same results. The difference is that half the time, if you want to learn from them, then they just give you a little snippet about what's going on. So you buy a little snippet for $500 or $200 or $197, and then you have to buy the next course, and then you have to buy the next course. So think about it, sometimes you might opt into a list and it costs you $7 for an initial product, but that $7 product tells you pretty much nothing. It just gives you a little step in the process, but then you need to spend $97. You spend $97, but then you need to get the next product, which is $297, and then the next one's $1,997, and then the next one's, some sort of high-end coaching program for $20,000, or you need to buy into the opportunity and spend $15,000. Well, you don't need to do that with this, because all you really need to do is you take action, you follow the process that I'm describing, you hook up to this system, which is the Power Lead system. And this is the system that I'm using to to basically attract people into my funnel. So just to give you a quick overview of that, if I skip through this survey, and this system's built for you, it takes you to the Aspire team, an initial thank you video that just says, thank you for opting into this opportunity. You're going to be getting some emails from me. You click on step 1, it takes you and describes the opportunity from start to finish and gives people the opportunity to come on board. And this is all built for you. The whole system's built for you. So the sales videos are built for you. All the content's built for you. All you really need to do is really just input your links. So when somebody clicks here to get started, it doesn't go to my link, it goes to your link, it goes to your opportunity so that they sign up under you. So if you imagine that every single part of this system can be changed, every single, you can take an opportunity and put another one in, and it's really, really flexible. But the main thing is you don't have to spend hours and hours and hours creating all this content, creating all these videos, building. You don't need to have knowledge of being able to build websites, being able to build an email autoresponder, because every single part of that is done for you. So all you really need to do is, if you're ready to take action tonight, then here's the amazing thing. All you really need to do is, if you're watching this and you've come through my list, then just hook me up, send me an email, tell me you're ready. I'll send you some information. If for whatever reason, if you're not on my list and you're watching this through somebody else that's introduced you to this, then get back to the person that first spoke to you about this. Get back to that person and say, look, I want to know about that marketing system. I want to know about that automatic system that I can copy, I can duplicate, and I can have it set up for me. I want to know about that. I want to take action. I want to come on board. And just tell the person, either you're on a fixed income, you're broke, you've got no money to start, or you want to start with X amount. It makes absolutely no difference. We've got people in the team that started with absolutely nothing, people in the team that started with a little bit more money, and it just really accelerates the results. We have this. This is a closed group. This is it's a secret group for reasons. This is our Facebook page where we provide all the support, give you all the support in terms of what's happening within the opportunity. Here's some, people here making $300 a day. We've got people in here making, here's one of our live meetings. This, chap, guy in here, one of the leaders, $673 a day. We've got people in here making substantial amounts of money. So, if you guys have got any questions, I'm conscious of the time here. I want to bring this to a close. I'm planning to put on a lot more webinars over the coming months. So if there's any questions, anything you're not sure about, anything you need a little bit more information about, hope you guys have really enjoyed the content here today. Just type in the box. I'll bring this back to. Just type in the box if you've got any questions at all. Just wait just for a few minutes and just see if anybody's got anything that they want to ask. Somebody's asking, so how do you get the actual system? Well, as I said, all you need to do is really get back to the person that introduced you to the system. If anybody needs more information regarding that, then I can certainly help them and point them in the right direction. Just send me an email or get back to whoever told you to come on this webinar. I'll put my email up here. That's my email there. So, you can just send an email. Yeah, okay, so it looks as if, I'm just ready to bring this to a close. That's coming up on the hour just now. So as I say, guys, thanks everybody for attending, and I'll post the details of the next webinar. I'll send out an email. I'll post it on the Facebook page. great to if anyone's got any more information, anything they need, then feel free to send me an email after the webinar, and I'll do my best to answer your question. So thanks everybody for coming on board, and hope to speak to you soon. Take care and good night.